Well, let's see how we could go about drawing this bolting plate with the counterbore holes in it. Maybe just starting right from scratch. I made a copy of this image and just pasted it into my drawing so that it would be handy. And let me see here. I think I'll start with center lines. I'm going to turn ortho on. And I'm on the object layer, but that's okay. I'll just stay there. So I'll just draw a big old line. I don't know how long it is. I don't know how big this thing is, but there we go. Okay, there's my center lines. Now I'll turn ortho off. And now I will start drawing some circles. I'll draw the outside circle. Let's see here. It says it's 3.9. C for circle, and I want to make sure I'm right on the intersection there. Watch out, you can accidentally land on the wrong spot. So I'm going to use the shift right mouse to bring up my temporary menu and find intersection right there. Intersection. Now I want diameter, D for diameter, 3.9. Okay? Well, that's how big it is. And now, let me move this over just a little bit. This is too far away. Okay. Let me now make my counterbore hole stuff. Those counterbore holes are on a bolt circle that is 2.76 in diameter. So C for circle, make sure I'm on the intersection there. Diameter 2.76. There's my bolt circle. Now I want these 4 holes at 45-degree angles. I think I will turn on polar tracking, and let's see what I have my angle set at. Ooh, I have it set at 45 degrees already. That'll be handy. Okay, so polar tracking is on. I will draw a line from the center out, and when I get close to 45 degrees, see how that ghost line snaps in there? That is really, whoops, stop that. There we go. And I'll do another one out here. And when I get close to 45, my ghost line snaps in there. All right. Looks like the outer circle is a diameter of 0.56. Diameter 0.56. And my inner circle is a diameter of 0.34. You know what I'm going to do? Well, yeah, I'm going to be cool and show you copy rotate. Okay, now I need to make my center line in there just a little short center line. So what I'm going to do is zoom in here, and I like to be all uniform, so I'm going to make a temporary construction line right there for trimming my center line. I'll click on that line that's going to be a center line, and then I'll select center from the layer just so I can keep track of what's happening. And now I will do TR for trim. I will select my temporary circle as my cutter, and I'll click those 2 lines. And now I will E for erase and erase my temporary construction line because I don't need it. Oh, that's good. I think I will also click on my bolt circle and select center line so I can see that that's on a center layer. Now, before I get crazy, how about if I fix up my center, my 0 and 90 center line stuff. So I will right crossing window to select them both at once, and then drop down my layer list and pick center. Now they're on the right layer. Now I think I will make a temporary construction line for trimming my center line things. I don't know how big it is, I just made it something or other. Now I'll do TR for trim, or I'll select the scissors, and I'll make my construction line circle my cutter, enter, and now I will trim my 4 center lines, enter, and I'll E for erase, or eraser up here, and remove my temporary center line. Alrighty? Now let me make 3 more copies of this hole with my little short line. You know, there's an array way to do this. I should have practiced that before I showed you. So I'm not going to. I'm going to just do rotate copy, because I know how to do that. There's rotate, or RO for rotate. Select objects, enter. Select base point, okay. Now, instead of just telling it the angle, I'm going to tell it copy, or C for copy. And now I can tell it the rotation angle. I'll tell it 90 because I want it to come over here. But because I said copy first, it kept the original one and made a copy. Now I think I will rotate again, RO, select those 2, enter, select base point. I want to make sure I get the right base point. And I'm going to do C for copy. And this time I'll rotate these guys, what do I want to do? 180, because I want copies down there on the bottom. Looky there. Oh yeah. Now, what else? Oh, I need my little set screw circle. And remember, we're going to make that here on this side so that we can have a good looking side view. D for diameter, 0.18. There's that thing. Now I'll put in this hub thing. It's got I'm looking in this circular view and I see the diameter of the hole, but I don't see the outside diameter of this hub. You know why? Because this guy is showing the outside diameter of the hub over in this side view. You can see how it is helpful for people reading your drawing if you put all the dimensions related to some feature together. So we had to go hunting around for the 1 and the 1 3/4. That wasn't helpful. Okay, anyway. C, and I'm on the midpoint. That's probably right, but I'm not taking a chance. I'm going to go for either the center of the circle or the intersection. There's the center of the circle. D for diameter, 1 3/4. Circle was my last command, so I'll just hit enter to bring it up again. And I'll locate it at that center point. D for diameter, 1. Okay, there's my hub thing. All right, let's look at how to put this counterbore call out on here. I'm going to switch to the dimension layer, and I'm going to get here in the list of dimension commands, I'm going to get the diameter command. I could use a leader line too, but I'm going to go for the diameter. And I'm going to click on this outside circle. And notice how AutoCAD automatically has the leader pointing to the center of that hole. That's good. But oh boy, I need some more stuff here. So I'm going to select M text, or type M for M text, so that I can go into the M text editor. And notice as soon as I did that, the ribbon at the top changed to the M text ribbon. All right. Oh, sorry. There's my text way down there. It was because I was showing you stuff and it got all goobered. Okay. Let me do that again. M for M text. Okay. Now I'm going to start right here and enter the size of my small hole. 4 times space diameter. How do I get the diameter symbol? Well, I might remember what to type, but if I don't remember, I'll go up here to this symbol thing, and where I see, oh yes, %C, I think of it as C for circle. That's how I could get the diameter symbol. 0.34. I'm going to enter 340. Okay, now because these symbols screw up the text size and style, I'm going to enter my 0.19 text now before I screw it up with something else. 0.190. Notice how I'm keeping all my text with 3 decimal places. Okay, now I can come back and add symbols. Now I'll go to the start of my counter bore here. I'll click my cursor there, and now I can go back to the symbol drop down, go down to Other, and normally the character map would come up with the Arial style selected because that's what we're typing in. I had been fooling around with the AIGDT earlier, so it's still displayed. AI stands for something or other, and GDT stands for geometric dimensioning and tolerancing. I want the counterbore symbol, and you might say, I don't see it. Well, there it is right there. It's squished into its box. Click, select, copy. And now I can close, and here I am. I can right-click and select paste, or I can just do Control V. So there's my counterbore symbol. I'll backspace so that it's all on one line. And drop down to the next line, and now I'll go look for my depth symbol. So my cursor's in the right spot. Symbol, Other, AIGDT. There's my depth symbol. Click, select, copy. Now it's in my computer's clipboard. It doesn't show up yet until I do, until I do a paste. Right mouse click or type Control V and back up again so that it's all on one line. Hooray! Looks like everything is there. I can close the text editor, and there is my dimension. Looking good. Now, I could, if I have a few minutes here, I don't really, I could start drawing my side view. I think I would come over here and start doing that. So a line here, offset 0.54, that way. Now I'll offset 1.24, coming back this way, and that'll get me to my hub. And now I can start running construction lines from my front view into this view. I'm going to need to place a copy temporarily of these 2 holes up here at the top and the bottom, just to make it easy for me to